Alright, so before we get this video started, I just want to throw a shout out there to McFarlane Toys. Thank you guys for making DC action figures great again. It's really nice to put quality DC figures on my shelf. I know the DC line have been hit and miss for years. When they restarted the line and they did a 7-inch scale, I know a lot of people are going, God, I don't know if I can get behind that 7-inch scale. Well, if you're a DC collector, I've already been collecting DC collectibles and DC Direct, and all those are 7-inch scales. So these things fit in with the majority of my DC collection, which I'm totally on board with. When I went to New York Toy Fair and I saw that they were doing the White Knight, I was like, okay, all right, this is cool. Now we're getting interested. Now we're doing a cool story. And then I was like, Batman White Knight. I looked at my collection. I thought we had one of these. I didn't see him, so I'm thinking this is the first time getting this version of Batman. We all know that this is the first time getting this version of the Joker. The story is amazing. I'm not going to ruin the story for you. The story is real similar to all the bullshit that's happening in the world today. Not to get too political, but it's real similar to everything that we got going on. On the Joker, if you're wondering how he turned into a human form, I'm not going to ruin the story for you. I will just give you this little tidbit. Him and Batman got in a fight. Batman's beating the crap out of him. Joker's going to take some pills, and Batman goes, you want to take these pills? Forces the pills down his throat, which he is going to take them anyway. And then he turns into a human form, and he kind of bounces back and forth, and I guess that's why you have the Joker head, because he can turn. But then when he turns into the Joker, like, I think his whole body turns white, but I guess they couldn't do that. It's nice to have the Joker head, because if they didn't give you the Joker head, I don't think very many people would buy this action figure, because they didn't know why the Joker turned into a good guy. I basically wanted this action figure because he turned into a good guy, because I got tons of great Jokers in my collection. And then you have Azrael. We all know who Azrael is. It's basically a guy that wants to be Batman that uses a gun on occasion. So I guess when Azrael kills people, it's okay, but when Batman does it, it's bad. Like I said, check out the story. It's truly amazing, kind of like these action figures are. Let's check them out.
It's not the first time I've seen the side of you. I'm through, and now you're walking on such a thin line, and I'm about to lose my nerve when all of this has cost me so much. Now leaving in the dust everything we had, you threw it away, and I have wasted too much.
So I got them lined up on the board so you can see how tall they are. And scale to me is everything. I love when the figures scale, and when you set them all next to each other, they all don't look like the same exact height, or they got the female figures taller than the male figures when they're supposed to be smaller. Let's go ahead and start with this Batman. First off, he comes with this little batarang on the rope, which I definitely like this accessory. They give you tons of great accessories on this thing. This is definitely one that I would like to display, but then you also got his gun, his hand. That thing is definitely pretty cool. They'll put a little love on the paint on that thing. It also has another batarang, which I really wish they would do the real rope on this. I know that they haven't did it yet, but I do like when they do the real rope, because like, give me like this, just give me one version with a wider bendy rope, and I would like that more than these two versions. I don't know if that would cost more, but I would definitely prefer that. They also come with the action figure stand, which is appreciated, but I kind of like to use them, you know, my wire stands. I just love these. But the stand is nice. I might put it on there. I'll probably use my metal stand. If you don't, it seems like they usually fall eventually in time, especially here in Vegas when it gets hot. No matter how low you put the AC, they still tend to fall. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about coming from Phoenix. On the utility belt, he has a little knife in there. The detail is amazing. The plastic is amazing. That's where McFarlane Toys definitely shine. They use a way better plastic than a lot of their competition. On this thing, I like the articulation. The only room for improvement on any of these action figures, I'll just go ahead and point it out on this one. Yes, you can get rid of the pin. I will always complain about that. He hides it pretty well on this one. You got the knees on the pin. On this one, I can't really see it, but he puts his ball on the wrist, which it works, but I'm not a real big fan of that. I think you could clean that up. And then on the ball on the ankle, I'm also not a big fan of that. Other than that, I think the action figure is truly amazing. The articulation, I don't see anything new here. I love how he does the ab crunch. This is my favorite, how he does that line like that. And then it also turns at the waist. Another thing that he does, which I pointed out in many videos in the past, is how he does the connection where it goes into the thigh and the crotch area, like with that soft rubber. That's the best. And you turn him around, really clean transition there. I definitely like how he does that. It's got the double knee, which I know a lot of guys like. It bends all the way back. He also does toe articulation, which is cool because he hides the pin. If you can hide the pin, make the pin that small, then I don't really mind the extra joint. I know a lot of people like the extra joint. And he does a single joint on the elbows, which I know a lot of collectors will complain about, but me personally, I like the single elbow way more than the double elbow just because it looks cleaner. You got the Joker behind him, or the Jack. I'll call him Jack. It even has like the ridges on the elbow, so it clicks. They do the double joint there. When you do the double joint, you got the pins. I'd rather take the single one anyways. Let's get him out of here. This is by far my favorite one in the set. He does come with the Joker head, which I think the Joker head is truly amazing. When you clip it on there, which is cool. I'm definitely glad that they gave it to me. Because I would like to display two of these. If they ever make like, let's say like a Commissioner Gordon figure, I will buy an extra Commissioner Gordon figure, put this head on the Commissioner Gordon figure, because this head actually should go on like a suited body. Yes, he does wear this, but the majority of the time, this head would go on a suited body. So who knows? Maybe they'll make a Commissioner Gordon. I'll put this head on an extra Commissioner Gordon. You know what I'm saying. And then I'll go ahead and put this Joker head on this. Only thing with the Joker head is that when he turns back into the Joker, I'm pretty sure all his skin turns white. There's really no other way they could do that because the neck and the arms, but I'm just happy that they did it. I wasn't planning on using the Joker head on this unless they do like a Commissioner Gordon. Please do like a Commissioner. Any suited body that this head will plug onto, or this head, and I will take it. The gun on this thing, amazing. When can you give me a Joker gun like that with that super crazy long barrel? I dig it. I really love it. Did I just say super? I was going to say super love it. Then you got the double joint and the elbow, which I know a lot of people like. I do like that. He actually hides the pins really well. At least he paints them the same color, blends them in. You got the thigh cut here. You got butterfly joints on it. Another thing that he does, which he does a lot, does this rubber overlay, so you can get articulation out there with no joint. You can tell that Todd's an artist because he tries to hide stuff like that. Me personally, I hate seeing the joints. I'm kind of like Todd. Like, I'll take less articulation for a better looking toy. I know I'm like the only guy out there that says that because everybody loves articulation so much. So there's the ball that I was talking about. You can see it a little bit better on this. And then the pin on this, like that just doesn't, I don't know if it would look better black or whatever. Please, Todd, get rid of the pin someday. There's a few other companies out there. It can be done. Or at least do a small pin like you do there. He's got like tread on the bottom of the feet. This is a double knee. Look how good that works. Like all the way back. Super clean. And then it has like those ridges in it. So you feel it click. Just amazing. Look at the detail on this thing. God, I love that. I love it. So, man, I think this is the first time we've ever got like a human form of the Joker. It just, man, I'm really excited to put that in my collection. Then you have the Azrael. Azrael, I mean, God, I love Azrael. I just love the look of Azrael. Not to mention that they killed it. Look at the quality of plastic that this guy uses. It's not like that weird swirly marble shit. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then look at all this, like that. See that black shit? That's called a wash. There was a day a long time ago that was the standard. Like everybody did a wash on figures, and now when you see it, you're like, oh my God, that is amazing. Look, there's even like a wash on the gold. Look at this thing where this thing shines, and I'll probably pull out a comparison. Look at his little knife. That'd be cool if that pulled out. I love all the crosses and, oh God, this figure. Because Azrael, Angel, you know the story. On the sword itself, look at this flame. The flame slides off. Like, love that. Another place where this action figure really shines is the head articulation. It has a hood. And most of the time when action figures do hood, they screw up their articulation because they can't get the hood to match. Look at how he did that. Like it's got that soft rubber on there. So you still get all the articulation out there. Todd, thank you. We are noticing the attention to detail. Stuff like this shows that you care. And then he has a soft rubber up here once again, so you get that ab crunch with that thing's hidden. Then you also have the joint here. My personal favorite is how the legs tie into the thigh. Look at that. Like, that is so perfect. Love this figure. Let's do some comparisons. I wanted to do all my comparisons in one video, then I saw how many Azrael figures that I have, and of course I wanted to pull out the whole collection in case you guys haven't seen them. Starting down here, we have the video game one. In the video game, I don't know if you guys played the video game or not. It's one of the best video games of all time. At the end in the video game, you get to fight Azrael, and you get to pick the story, to kill Batman or to not kill Batman. And let me know which one you guys picked. I actually played both versions. I'm sure you guys did too. But I first picked to not kill Batman, and you know how that worked out. And then right next to that, we have the McFarlane Azrael. And just a quick overlook of all these, like, yes, we definitely needed a new Azrael figure. I mean, look at that. It's like the coolest costume ever. It's by far the best Azrael figure that I own. I do have, like, you know, 5-inch and whatever. I just pulled out, like, the 6 and 7-inch. I pulled them all out. I put them all, like, backs to the board for you can see the scale of it. So when you're thinking that the scale is too big, I actually think the scale is really good, because these figures are really old. Like back when they used to do like a true 6-inch scale, then the 6-inch scale went to 6.5-inch scale. Because if you look at your collection, you really don't have that many 6-inch figures. I know some companies are still trying to hold strong to that, but it seems like they're all starting to grow after time. And then you have these two blue ones down there. I'm not 100% positive these are Azrael. They were in my Azrael collection, so I went ahead and pulled them out for you. You guys wouldn't go, oh, you're missing one, or you're missing that one. I pulled those out, and then you guys can tell me in the comments, hey, Knucklehead, that's not even Azrael. But there's the Azrael collection for a comparison. God, it's like, when you look at like just the basic, like, Azraels, like, I mean, that is a cool version there. This was like the closest one that we had, and that one just looks like dated crap. And then you have this one that looks like dated crap. I mean, I like to have all versions of the character. It just makes, God, that one's going up front. I love it to death. I got them lined up on the board, all backed up there for you can check the size comparison. And I think Todd is totally killing the scale on these. I don't think they're too big anymore. I think they're absolutely perfect. Down here we have a Mattel version of Alfred, which that's just an amazing toy. Let me point out something real quick. This is Mattel. No pins. Like, it's not that hard. Is the articulation better on that? I mean, everything about this it's just a really good action figure. I think they hit a home run with this thing. No pins. Mattel could do it. There's other companies doing it. Todd, please, if you're going to do anything, please do the pins. And then on the ankle pivot, they don't have that ball, and then they don't have that ball on the wrist. I love this figure. Mattel, I know they were really hit and miss. But when they were on, they were really on, because this figure is awesome. I'm trying to get him to stand. Okay, we're good. Then you have the Batman. You see the scaling in perfectly. We have the old Mattel Joker. I also thought this figure was done. Once again, no pins in the articulation. They don't have the ball here. They don't have the ball here. This thing looks amazing. I know it looks kind of, it's one of my favorite Jokers. It's just such a simple figure. It was the only figure I bought in that whole line. I just didn't really feel like I needed any of the other ones. Then you had down here, you have Commissioner Gordon. I pulled him out for this scale, and also, this is like, if you guys could do a suited body like that, for I could put that Jack, I'm going to butcher the name, Napier, Jack, I would just call him Jack. If I could put that head on that suited body, I would definitely do that. Please do a Commissioner Gordon someday and make the peg be the same size, and then I'll put this Joker head back on there, so I'll have to get two of those, which I would totally love to do that. And then down here we have just another DC collectible, DC Direct Joker, just where you can kind of see, like, he's kind of the taller scale. You put them all out there. I think the scale is really working. I'm really happy with that. And a personal request, Todd, please, if you see this video, or Ty, show this video to Todd. A figure that nobody's ever made, and a figure that I would love to have in my collection, is Bullock. Nobody's ever did them. I mean, they did them animated for him. They did them in the small scale, like, but they've never did it in a 6-inch comic book line. That is a figure that I would love to have. I know he might not be the most popular thing right now, considering he's a fat white cop, but he is a figure that we absolutely need to have in our collection. Make him a con exclusive or something. Well, we don't have cons anymore. I just really want a Bullock. Please, Todd, give us a Bullock and give us a Commissioner Gordon. We definitely need that for I can use both these heads. If you guys are still watching, thank you for watching. I appreciate every one of you. Cruising through Idaho. A little ATV ride.